certain type of look, if she don't look how I want her to look physically, I don't want her to come.
I'm in no way, shape, or form agreeing with anything that she said. I don't agree with it at all.
I don't like Erica Banks, okay? I don't like her, and I don't expect anybody to expect me to like her. I mean, she has me blocked, right? So,
Y'all, let's just be honest about this Erica Banks situation. People would not have the same kind of energy for her if she was light skinned.
Because it's the juice. And if you don't have the juice, you don't have it. So if you don't have the juice, you can't capitalize.
Fill the room with the juice. That's a lot of loot. That bit fire. Yeah, she kinda cute.
welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I am praying to God that this video is short. I really want to start getting out like 10-15 minute like videos out like that, because I know I can do it, but I just gotta stay focused. I need to stay centralized, but you know your girl likes to talk, I like to ramble. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into the topic of discussion of today, which is everything that's going on with Erica Banks' statement and how that went viral, and also
Certain type of look, if she don't look how I want her to look physically, I don't want her to come, because the look of everything is so important to me. Like, if she ain't thick enough, nope. Her not did good enough, nope. Can't dress, nope. Skinny, nope. And it's like, I don't feel like I'm discriminating. I just want a certain type of look. She could be the sweetest girl I ever met in my life, but if she don't look the part, I don't want her to come. Like, that's just not the vibe I'm on. Now, she can come to the cookout, she can come to the listening party, but the club, I feel like gotta look a certain.
let me just say this. If you're brand new here, I got tattoos. I'm about to start putting this on. If you're not brand new, you already know I be doing stuff while I'm talking. But anyway, so let's start with talking about friendships in general, okay? Because I think this would have easily been a rectified situation if the boundaries and principles of friendships were at play here. Because let's be honest, Erica Banks said this.
I don't want her to come. Like, that's just not the vibe I'm on.
And she said this on her close friends, right? So obviously, these are not the closest of the friends that she thought that she had. You know what I mean? Like, I've rectified my close friends list so many times. It's insane. I think right now I'm at like 92. It used to be at like 200 or something like that. But like now I just feel like there's only certain people that I really like feel the need to share my life with, that I see as people that I would like actually want to know and get to know and be friends with for years and years and years. You know what I mean? I don't know if that was a situation with her, but let's just talk about how if it was real close friends, I don't think that video would have leaked, and I don't think it would have been released whatsoever. So with that being said, most females, and especially the ones that are attractive, semi-attractive, a 5 and up, 7 and up, whatever number that you want to put yourself in and categorize and put yourself in that box, whatever it is, you're fully aware of what Miss Erica Banks is talking about. Now, before I get into anywhere close to agreeing with what she's saying, because I'm really not, but I don't like Erica Banks, okay? I don't like her, and I don't expect anybody to expect me to like her. I mean, she has me blocked, right? So, hello, like, why would I be, Erica Banks? Like, she has me blocked, so it wouldn't make sense for me to like her anyway. But besides the point, I think what really went down is she said something publicly, or semi-publicly, if you will, and I think people just don't want to hear it. I think that's what it really is, because honestly, I have had this conversation with some of my friends pretty upfrontly, to be honest with you. And I do that because I know how uncomfortable it is to be with a said group of girls, or even people who just feel a need to exclude you because you're not, I don't know, wearing the latest Rolex. Like, I don't know. I've been in those crowds. And so when I am bringing in somebody that's not necessarily a part of those crowds, doesn't understand those crowds, doesn't care for those crowds, never goes out, whatever it may be, I always prep them. I always let them know, hey, okay, so if you go out with me tonight, this is how it's going to go. This is how it's going to be. I always give a little vibe check, because for some reason, I think, depending on where you are, especially in Dallas, because let me tell you, especially in Dallas, depending on where you are, you're in situations where you feel as if you can't even be yourself, because being yourself is not necessarily what this crowd would want you to do. I don't even really want to call it code switching, but I think females know exactly what the heck they need to switch into depending on the environment. I will actually have a story time on probably one of the craziest like girl situations that I've gone through recently. I have not talked about it publicly just because obviously I'm still friends with these people, but I will post it on my memberships just because it will have you so blown. It will literally just have your mind so like absolutely blown, just because it's insane how you kind of have to bite your tongue to have safety in this world as a female. But that's a whole nother story. So with that aspect, just the friendships alone, I feel like if you're open about that with your friends in the way of like, hey, so we're gonna go to this club, or we're gonna go to this state, we're gonna go to this country, whatever the it could be a vacation, it could be anything, and you let them know like, hey, like we have outfits planned out, we're taking pictures on this day, like it's gonna be like this, we have a table here, we're gonna be hanging out with these people, blah 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 blah. And I think a lot of girls will watch and observe other girls to see how they act in social settings, to see if they could then be invited to that next social event. I see this happen all the time, whether it's unconsciously, subconsciously, I don't know, but I see it all the time when it comes to people's psyches. And I think with social media, it makes it even that much more rectified, right? Because now we're in a time where it's like, okay, well, if your friends aren't cute, then like you're not cute, right? Because you are the average number of all of the people you hang out with, or whatever the saying is, right? You know how people say that. So then they want to be seen with, oh, the verified person and this person and that person, and oh, look at me, like I'm this person. But I feel that those people fully know who's real and who's not. And then the ones that are up there, they may not care about who's real or who's not, which Erica absolutely displayed that in her close friend story. She absolutely displayed that. And I think it's just how the world is right now. At the end of the day, was what she said wrong? Absolutely. Like if I really like somebody, if I'm like, no, this person's cool, I don't really care, like they gonna be around me and that's that. Like I don't really, you know what I mean? Like I don't really care. And then if there is a situation going on where like, okay, we're going to this kind of event, I'm gonna need you to change your outfit. Like I've been around girls like that so many times where it's like, hey, we're gonna go to this event, we're gonna be backstage. Like, it's going to be legit, like, we going to have to get, like, we need to go get changed right now. You know what I mean? So it's like, if you are in a girl group where they're not doing that, you are in the wrong girl group. Because what? How are you not prepping me for the event? How are you not letting me know what's going on socially, right? And that's just at an average level. Not necessarily like I walk in and it's like, okay, she don't look cute enough, we ain't going to invite her. Like, let me go ahead and just slide out. Like, oh, we're going to go do something else actually. Bye. Like, doing all that sly, weird, sneaky, like, not being honest. I don't understand girls like that. And that's kind of how she came off in her video. But at the same time, no, she's not talking about something that's not factual, especially if we start getting into the girlies that are not black. Like, those girlies are fully aware, okay? Fully aware, especially the ones that are bottle girls, the ones that work at clubs, the ones that work at bars, the ones that literally get paid just to look good. They're not even really, you know, working, but it's just like, oh, that girl over there is super cute. Like, I want to come back to this bar and this club all the time because these are the kind of girls that they hire, right? So you have that aspect too. And I think a lot of people try to act like that doesn't exist. It's fully there. It's in our faces all the time, if not more for black women than other races. So I saw this TikTok.
Y'all, let's just be honest about this Erica Banks situation. People would not have the same kind of energy for her if she was light-skinned. If anybody else, like some of those problematic influencers that y'all love to worship, the ones who have lighter complexions, the ones that say the same thing, that have the same mentality, all those people that are a part of the world that she is a part of, all have that same mentality. But if they were to come out and say the things that Erica Banks had said, nobody would bat a... Like, y'all be so quick to give people a pass because they fit y'all favorite aesthetic. I'm in no way, shape, or form agreeing with anything that she said. I don't agree with it at all. But truth be told, a lot of y'all feel this way about your own friends. Let's just call it what it is and keep it moving.
Absolute facts. Look, let's be honest there. If a light-skinned girl did bring that up, which I'm not gonna lie, I've heard a lot of light-skinned pretty girls, Mexican girls, Italian, it doesn't really matter, right? But I've heard them definitely say, like, oh yeah, like, I always want to make sure, you know, I get all the baddest girls for my birthday. Like, no, on my wedding, all my maid of honors are going to be bad. Like, no. Like, I've heard all kinds of scenarios, right? And it's not to say that they're bad people, but we live in such a world of subjection. It's just like everybody has something to hone in on every single subject in every single way in this world, right? And they expect you to come as your best self no matter what. And if you're not doing that, then you're the problem, you're the negativity, and you need to change. When in reality, that's just not how humans work, right? We're always gonna go through like ebbs and flows of like not being at our best, but it's expected for you to be at your best when we're in public, socializing, at a club, around verified boys, around famous people, around people with money. Like there's all these subjective situations where you have to kind of, okay, like, all right, I see how it is here. Like, I see what we're doing. Like, you need to be a good time. If you're not going to be a good time, you can't hang out with me. And that's another thing. Like, let's separate it from just the physical aspect. I have seen situations where girls won't even want certain girls to come and hang out with them because they're going to be hanging around a certain kind of group of men that want or more promiscuous women, right? So if you're the woman that's just, I'm bad, like, get away from me, like, I really don't know why you're talking to me, and you're not the girl that's like, hey, what's up, like, let's take a shot, like, let's go have some fun, let's do some, like, if you're not that girl, then you may not be invited to certain events. Like, I've seen that happen too. So it's like, what is being done within the social norms of just the world due to social media and just how much we're just feeding this constant, I don't know, Kim Kardashian, Kylie Jenner wanting to party and have this amazing life, rich husband, gorgeous babies, right? Like everyone is wanting this super heightened level of a life when in reality, that's just not how things are formed, right? Because if you're gonna stop being friends with maybe one of your best friends from elementary school because they don't have a butt or they're not cute enough or maybe their teeth aren't straight or they have acne, like whatever it is, like that's super strange. Like that's super strange, and you should look at yourself if that is a normal thing for you. But I also think that we shouldn't shy from the fact that it's becoming a norm, right? It's became a norm. It's even subconsciously a norm now where even men, right, say they get a table at a club and they just spent thousands of dollars and they're looking around the club. What woman am I going to pick to come and join me at this table, right? The baddest women in the club, right? Like a woman could walk by, she looking too good, a guy's gonna reach out, oh my gosh, no, like let me get you a drink. Let me get you, like, no, let me get you a drink. You don't need to pay for nothing. Don't go to the bar. Like come sit over here by the table. It's the same thing. It's just selection. It's just selection. And so speaking of selection, I will definitely do a video on this. I'm really glad you actually brought this up because great freaking point. That's why I took so many classes on ageism, because I just knew that when I got in my 30s that I was gonna have this completely different aspect on age and having children than most people, just because I just have had those conversations with people in the past and they just really are in the matrix of it. And I get it. I totally understand it. There's a timeline, there's a time frame, whatever have you. But the pressure is absolutely a physicality to me. I think it's a problem with physicality and what we expect out of really love, women, this generation, relationships. And I'll definitely go more into depth with that because I know what I'm saying probably doesn't make sense right now, but I promise you it will in the next video. So we will talk about the annoying, ridiculous pressure of what it's like to date and just be in your 30s in general and not be a mother. I think when you're in your 30s and you're not a mother, people are like, oh my God, why? People will be confused on where your baby is and where your husband is the second you hit 30. Yeah, really even 28, right? Because I've even been asked if I've been divorced, and I'm like, I've never been divorced. They're like, what? Wow. I'm like, huh? You know what I mean? But that's the norm, right? People looking for multiple husbands, multiple baby daddies, getting checks, child support, I'm living my life, look at my gorgeous kids, whatever. So thank you for that video idea, because I do think it's important to talk about it and not add any more pressure to it, because it's already enough.
The pressure is getting worse.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest, it's enough. And frankly, for me, I don't really want to have kids until I'm like 33. 34 is pushing it, but like 33 would be the perfect number. But the idea of wanting to have a child, like, oh my God, I'm 30 right now, I need to find sperm, blah, 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 like, I'll maybe go to a sperm bank and look, but I don't know about getting that thing impregnated in me. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, another video for another day. But besides the point, let me know what you think about this whole Erica Banks situation. Do you think she was in the wrong? Do you think she was in the right? I personally think that she's not wrong about what she's saying, because it is there. I've seen it happen multiple times in so many different situations. But I think to publicly be a part of it and be like, yes, like, I don't want this person hanging out with me if we're gonna be with. I've been in some pretty messed up situations to where I just don't roll like that. So it's very hard for me to respect people that do stuff like that, because I've been on the opposite end and it's not fun, and it's very, very messed up, and it makes you extremely vengeful towards people, to be honest with you. It really, really does. But anyways, let me know what y'all think. I'll see y'all in my next video. No skincare today. I just needed to put this damn stuff on my tattoo because it's been itching. It's starting to peel and stuff, y'all. I feel so weird. Like, I literally never get tattoos. Like, I feel weird. Like, I feel like I'm going into a new era. Like, who are we? The Pearl that wanted to be a pastor would be shook right now. Shook.
Put it out the coupe in the lot. 12 for a squat. Busting all the bells out the box. Hit a leap with the pop.